We're going to be talking about how sodium chloride is formed.
Sodium chloride is an ionic compound, which means it has no charge.
Sodium chloride forms a base-centered cubic structure, which is this structure right here. And it forms that because sodium has a +1 charge and chloride has a -1 charge, and they are in the same period. A tetragonal shape is formed when the elements have different charges and periods, and BCC is when they have the same charge but different periods. As it can be seen here, sodium and chloride are in the same period, and sodium has a +1 charge, and chlorine has a -1 charge. And if it were, say, sodium and bromide, it would be BCC because they have the same +1 and -1 charge, but they are in different periods. And if it was sodium and selenium, it would be tetragonal because they have different charges and different periods. Sodium has a radius of 2.23 angstroms and chlorine has a radius of 0.97 angstroms. Sodium is larger because it has less protons than chlorine, therefore it has less pull on its electrons, so the electrons are able to drift farther away than chlorine's electrons, which makes it larger. Sodium chloride forms a cubic unit cell, meaning that it has 8 equal molecules in each of the 8 corners of the cube, which makes it equally distributed. And while there can be other molecules throughout the cube, a cubic unit cell requires that it has 8 in each corner of the cube.
Okay, this is sodium. It has a +1 positive charge. It is a metal, and he has 1 electron. This is chlorine. It is not a metal. It has a -1 negative charge, -1 charge, and he has 7 electrons. When you combine 2 atoms together, when one is metal and one is not metal, it is called ionic bonding. Every atom, they want to have the structure of a noble gas, which means it's either you're going to lose one, you're going to lose electrons so that they don't have any electrons left, or they're going to gain electrons so they will have 8 electrons. This right here is sodium chloride. It is an ionic compound and it has no charge, since sodium and chlorine, they both cancel their charges. Chlorine actually takes the 1 electron from sodium, so that now it has 8 electrons, and sodium has no electrons. So they're both happy because they have the structure of a noble.
All the elements want to be noble. Sodium has 1 electron. Then it gave it to chlorine and they formed sodium chloride with no charge.